There's a war going on in America's fast food nation, and consumers will determine who wins. The battle was originally engaged around portion sizes, brought to a head by the film Super Size Me in 2004. That battle line remains drawn and active, with outlets like TGI Fridays attracting customers to its new right-size menu. McDonald's, on the other hand, remains nutritionally schizophrenic, pushing salads on the one hand and a new 89-cent, 410-calorie, 42-ounce drink called Yujo on the other. Credit goes to the Center for Disease Control and the Department of Health and Human Services, which rang the alarms in 2001 and 2002 that obesity, particularly among children, was epidemic. Over the prior 3 decades, the percentage of U.S. children between 6 and 11 years old with obesity had risen from 4 to 13%, and the rate in 12 to 19-year-olds went from 5 to 14%. These government agencies made it clear that being obese didn't make you a bad person, but it did virtually guarantee bad health, with higher than normal rates of type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, respiratory problems, strokes, arthritis, gallbladder disease, and even some cancers. While portions were the early focus in this battle, it was well understood by most that the problem in the United States was more fundamental than that. It wasn't just quantity, it was quality as well. The debate over the past 3 years has moved from the question, how much should I eat, to what should I eat, and more importantly, what's in my food? A landmark work in 2006 by New York Times columnist Michael Pollan revealed that our grain and meat-based, factory-built modern American diet, trumpeted in the center aisles of most supermarkets, had been infiltrated and dominated by high-calorie corn. In both our solid and liquid diets, without our knowledge, we were essentially, in a variety of disguised shapes, sizes, and colors, eating corn and washing it down with more corn. Our lack of knowledge was not simply a function of our rushed and out-of-balance multitasking culture, which encourages eating on the run, nor simply the result of our own disinterest and passivity when it comes to food and health. Rather, it was driven to a large extent by misinformation and massive marketing that hijacked the words health, balance, light, and good for you, and aligned them with products that clearly were making us ill. The government responded with better labels and earnest efforts, but in truth, they were outgunned by manufacturers who managed to maintain enough confusion and complexity to keep American families in the dark, at least until now. This month, a grocery store chain started by Arthur Hannaford 125 years ago in Maine declared success. 1 year ago, the Hannaford Brothers Company, with 155 stores in the Northeast and 26,000 employees, said, "Enough is enough." As the region's largest certified organic supermarket and a U.S. Environmental Protection Agency Merit Award winner, it believed its customers deserved better nutritional support and that the food packaging confused more than it helped. So the company put together an advisory committee made up of top-notch academic leaders from Dartmouth, Tufts, Harvard, University of North Carolina, University of California, and the University of Southern Maine. And they charged them to create a grading system for food that was trustworthy and easy to use. The result was Guiding Stars, a rating formula that credits a food score for the presence of vitamins, minerals, fiber, and whole grains, and debits a food score for the presence of trans or saturated fats, cholesterol, added sugar, and added sodium. The more positive the attributes, the more stars, with 3 being the top rating. The next step, Hannaford rated 25,500 products and found that only 28% received 1 star or more. Many products marketed by the manufacturers as healthy received no stars. The chain then set about educating their customers about the system. 1 year later, 81% are aware of the program and over half use it regularly. But did the system change purchasing behavior? Kelly Brunell, a nutrition expert at Yale, said thinking you could succeed with better educated consumers would be optimistic, since you are competing in an environment that provides massive inducement to unhealthy foods. But advisory board member Lisa Sutherland, an assistant professor of pediatrics and nutrition science, says that the results of the first year of data, quotes, were pretty much what I would have expected with an objective system that wasn't designed to promote or negate one food or another, close quotes. In short, the system worked. Here are the results of the changes in buying habits of Hannaford customers over a 12-month span. First, customers bought leaner cuts of meat. Sales of ground beef with stars increased 7%, and beef without stars declined 5%. Starred chicken was up 5%, unstarred down 3%. Second, 3-star fat-free milk increased 1%, while no-star whole milk declined 4%. But the greatest shifts in behavior were in the center aisle packaged goods. Those with stars grew at 2.5 times the pace of those without stars. Breakfast cereals, for example, with stars increased 3.5 times those without, and starred frozen dinners outpaced unstarred sales by 4.5 times. Company spokeswoman Karen Epstein was especially pleased with the packaged aisle results. As she said, quotes, "People already know that fruits and vegetables are good for them. When you're looking at 100 different cereals, that's where you need the help," close quotes. The patent is currently pending on the Guiding Star system, and hopefully it'll soon be in a supermarket near you. But until then, here are 2 things to remember. First, the problem with our American diet involves both quantity and quality. Second, just because PepsiCo names something Smart Spot or Kraft labels an item Sensible Solution doesn't guarantee that these products are good for you. We consumers need to use our brains, being both smart and sensible. And the companies who are pushing the stuff the hardest aren't necessarily the ones to choose as your nutritional best friends. For Health Commentary, I'm Mike McGee.